KREM 2 News at Noon begins now.
Hi everyone, right now on KREM 2 News at Noon, it is a weather impact alert day as extreme heat is back here in the inland northwest.
We're tracking just that after we hit record highs yesterday, and we're on pace for that again today. I'll have the latest on how long this early August heat wave is going to last.
And we do have breaking news here at the noon hour. A crash is currently blocking all lanes of I-90. This is near Coeur d'Alene. The crash happened near milepost 20, which is just west of Blue Creek Bay. So here's looking at a map of the area. The Idaho Transportation Department is warning drivers to expect big delays in that area. Also, the traffic map shows the backup stretches about 3 miles eastbound right now and a mile for westbound traffic. This is certainly a developing story, and we'll keep you updated right here on KREM 2 News and, of course, on KREM.com. But again, if you can avoid that area, you're encouraged to do so while they get things cleaned up. All right, now on to a KREM 2 weather impact alert day. Temperatures are expected in the triple digits today for much of the inland northwest. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick has a look at a very red-looking map, and he's going to let us know just how hot we can expect it to get.
Yeah, Laura, today is easily going to be the hottest day of this early August heat wave, one of the hottest days that we've had so far this 2024. We're already on pace to break record highs for this afternoon. We're at 95 degrees right now. The noon temperature is at 95, and there's a few spots that are already close to triple digits, as hot as 99 in Pomeroy currently, and we will continue to climb by almost another 10 degrees before the day is through. Should be in the hundreds by 2 p.m., and I'm expecting a high temperature of 104 for this afternoon, which would absolutely shatter the record high. If you can avoid the outdoors this afternoon, please just go ahead and stay where the air conditioning is blasting. Your best chance to get outside will likely be after sunset, after 8:30 or 9 o'clock, when those temperatures finally do calm down. There you go, 104, the record high today. 100 even in Spokane. By the way, do you see the 110 in Lewiston on the map? Again, it is hard to understate how excessively hot it is going to be today. So stay hydrated, stay cool in any way you can. Excessive heat warnings go through this Saturday, but Sunday might offer a little bit of relief. I did actually drop the high temperature forecast for Sunday by a decent margin. So I'll show you the cold front that passes through and when any rain showers might be possible. So we'll look ahead in more detail at your weekend forecast coming up.
During this heat wave, the city of Spokane has opened cooling centers for people to use and try to cool down. According to city code, shelters must open when temperatures are expected to be 95 degrees or higher for at least 2 consecutive days. So you can go to any Spokane library to cool off. There's also additional support available at the Trent Resource Center. And if you need a ride, Spokane Transit is offering free fares if you're headed to a cooling center. All right, we now know that at least 143 buildings were destroyed in the wildfire. It is still unknown how many of the buildings are homes. So far, the fire burned over 28,000 acres, and containment, however, is up now to 85%. The fire was started by lightning just over 2 weeks ago. Right now, all evacuations remain at level 1. Now to the latest on the Swalwilla fire. Level 3 go now evacuations remain in place for the town of Keller. The fire has burned 50,000 acres and is 65% contained. DNR says right now the Keller ferry is only open to people who live in the area or who need to evacuate. And this is coming in new at noon. In the past 2 hours, the Pullman father arrested for kidnapping his 2-year-old daughter made his first court appearance back here in Washington. Aaron Ong appeared in federal court in Spokane, where he was charged with 1 count of international parental kidnapping. Authorities arrested Ong in Mexico in July with his daughter and his fiance. The arrest came 1 month after he skipped a custody exchange and then left the country. Ong arrived back in Whitman County yesterday after being held in Arizona. KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy was at the hearing and is going to be at the hearing and have an update on KREM 2 News coming up at 4. And the ACLU of Washington is suing the city of Spokane for its laws prohibiting sleeping outdoors in public places. This comes after the Supreme Court decision in June that allows cities and counties to do so. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy explains what the lawsuit means for the future of this crisis.
Free water. Dave Bilsland is volunteering this week with Cool Spokane, offering free water to anyone passing by City Hall on days that are 95 degrees or higher.
It's an important thing to do. It's about taking care of everybody.
Taking care of everybody, with Bilsland saying a big part of Spokane's population needing it the most are those without homes.
Most people do not choose to be homeless.
Last November, voters passed an ordinance that prohibited unauthorized camping on public property. The ACLU of Washington filed the suit on Thursday, saying the law functionally criminalizes homelessness, something Bilsland agrees with.
Being poor is not illegal.
The lawsuit argues against 3 city ordinances, making camping and sleeping on public property a misdemeanor, sitting or lying on public property between 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. a misdemeanor, and the city having the ability to remove, destroy, or hold on to the property of people who have been found camping.
We know that criminalizing homelessness does not work.
Councilman Paul Dillon for Spokane District 2 says the ordinances in place only work effectively if those who respond aren't always law enforcement.
What we really need to move towards, I think, is this alternative response system where we do have trained medical workers.
Something Councilman Dillon says the city needs funding for. But in the meantime, Bilsland supports the lawsuit.
When I've seen these ordinances, this type of ordinance, all it does is cause people heartache.
As he helps the population get cooler.
Councilman Dillon did not comment on the lawsuit being filed, as he and other members of the council have not yet received that paperwork.
I'm not the king of the forest, I'm one of the gang.
Coming up next, say hello to Coeur d'Alene's new interim mayor and hear why he is not seeking the permanent position.